This your man down, Tony producer. What you say now? And the Line Dance Connection. What you say now? Tap performer. And my girl Queen Sheila. What you say now? Come on, get busy. It's the Line Dance Connection. The Line Dance Connection. Yeah, it's the Line Dance Connection. Come on. Let's work.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. I'm your host, Queen Sheila, the Executive Director of the Line Dance Connection in Tampa, Florida. Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing none other than Patricia Lowe, aka Chocolate Platinum, the leader of the Chocolate Platinum Soul Line Dancers, all the way from Oakland, California. Let's give her a hand. Woo, woo. And before we bring her on, see, I just get so excited. Before we bring her on, I have a co-host that's awesome. You have got to meet this man. His name is Lamont Prism, better known as your boy Bride. Hey!
What's happening? What's going on, Queen? How you doing? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm blessed and highly favored. What about you?
Oh man, I'm good. You see, right now, I'm in Vegas right now, so I'm doing pretty good right now.
You're doing real good,
Yeah. I gotta shout out my wife because her birthday is tomorrow, so that's why we're in Vegas. We got away from the business, the DJ business. We got away from the nutrition business. We had to get away for a little while and have a good time. So, Marquita, your birthday's tomorrow, but got a little cash. I got to decide you can do a little gambling tonight and tomorrow. We're going to win some money. Come on home and chill, all right?
All right. Happy birthday, Akita.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
All right. And you say we got, who we got on the show today?
We have Chocolate Platinum, Miss Patricia Lowe.
Let me go ahead and bring her on. Let me bring her on. Hold on, here we go. Here we go. There she is right there.
Yes,
hey, woo-wee, what's going on?
How you doing?
Yeah,
we good. So how are you today, Miss Lowe?
Oh, I'm great. Daylight saving time got to play with me. One of my DJ friends called me 5-something in the morning, but he forgot I'm in California. He didn't know I was in Atlanta. He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. It's 9:30 here." I said, waking me up.
I tell you.
All right, well, we're going to go and get this thing started, man. Thanks for being on the show with us. It's a pleasure. I've never met you before, but now we are now going to be friends for sure. But Queen, what's up? Let's go and get some questions and answers going on there.
Okay. Well, let's start with Patricia. Just tell us something about yourself. Just tell us who Patricia Lowe and Chocolate Platinum really is.
Okay, so Patricia Lowe is the one that's kind of quiet. But anyway, she's quiet. I retired about 9 years ago from the Bay Area, which is Oakland, California. I live in another part, but I still claim Oakland. Started line dancing when I was had just retired from the probation department. I had worked for Alameda County Probation Department for 30 plus years. I was the second level manager, which was I was the boss.
All right.
When you come to be a boss, you get boss responsibilities. But anyway, I started. I have 2 children. Well, they're grown. I have 2 grand gorgeous, as I call them, grand gorgeous. 2 girls, 9 and almost 9 months old.
Oh.
From a large family. I'm the last of 8. I had 5 older sisters and 2 older brothers. But presently on earth, I only have 2 sisters left and my 2 brothers. But from a very large family, my mom was the oldest. She had 6 brothers and 1 sister. And she's the oldest of her sibling. So I have tons and tons and tons of first, second, third, fourth, fifth cousins. And I have great nieces, great nieces and nephews, and great. So when I became an aunt when I was like 3. My older sisters were 13, 14 years older than me. So I grew up with my nieces and nephews. So those were my siblings because I was a young. And the 2 boys were me. And so they said I cried. I acted a fool when I was a kid. You know, my brother-in-law had me spoiled because they didn't want to call me auntie.
Okay.
So I was really upset when I was
so you was a boss at 5. You was bossing people around at 5. So whatever you did on your job was just second nature. You was bossing them at 5. I got you.
They was prepping me at an early age to be a boss. But yeah,
so you retired after 30 plus years.
Yeah.
So what got you to line dancing and being so good at it, so popular where you got a good following? What got you there?
I'm gonna tell you the true story. I didn't know anything about line dancing. I learned my first line dancing when I was working actually for the probation department. I used to give programs and the kids danced a lot. And so they decided to teach me the Cupid Shuffle. Because we knew the bus stop and we knew the hustle from way long ago, but they decided to teach it to me, and it just was a dance at that point. So when I retired, me and my girlfriends, we were gonna go. I was actually gonna be a stepper. I wanted to do some up and back and shimmy, and we went. And I didn't quite like the attitudes of the people. They were nice, but it was a little different. I said, I don't need no bossy nothing. I need somewhere I can just lay back and kick it and do what I need to do. And so she said, well, let's go. I want you to go with me to this club. It's called Club Verde over in San Francisco. I'm on the other side of the bay, on the Oakland side. And we went to this club, which was real cool. They did it on Sundays. Tons and tons of people. They were dressed. Some of the guys had on zoot suits. Now, I had never seen that, but I was ready for it. I was like, oh, these my type of people. But they were so super friendly, and they had food. I'm like, I like it. Like, come eat with us. I'm like, okay. So they did the first dance that I saw was a Zydeco bounce. And I'm sitting in my chair and I'm looking at my friend. She said, go on up there. I said, I can do that. I can do that. So I got up there, didn't know anybody. They were the friendliest people. It had to be over 200 people in this club. And so I got up there and I did the dance. And after that, I thought I was Queen Line Dance. Okay? It's like Queen Sheila. I thought I was Queen Line Dance. So then, the lady who is now my godmother Jewel, she was having a birthday party. So the same girl that I had went to Club Verde with, she said, well, you know, one of the instructors is having a party. And so she said, you know, I'm going to go to, and I had met her and I had started taking the little classes from her. And so at some point in the party, because, you know, I was real cute. I had my platinum hair and my red dress. That's on my picture. So that picture has a lot of deep-rooted memories for me. But anyway, Mama Jewel said, because I call her Mama Jewel, she's my godmother now. But Mama Jewel said, come on, baby, let's dance. And I'm like, well, what we gonna do? And so she said, that's okay. You know terminology, because she had started teaching me terminology. She said, just follow me. There's about 150 people at the party. So she was calling out those steps and I was hitting it. A guy came up to me afterwards and said, can you do that at my club? He didn't know, I only knew 3 dances. I said, oh. See, you know, when you are boss and I had worked with the probation department. I knew how to improvise. I said, well, when they put on the different music, instead of shaking down, I'm gonna shake up. Instead of going to the left, I'm gonna clap to the right. They wasn't gonna know the difference. So
That's right.
and that's a true story. So that's what got me started. And then you know, I said, hey, I want to see if I could, because I was catching the dances, but I was taking 4 or 5 classes a week. I had I had 5 classes with 4 instructors, but I was retired. And but it was really confusing because everybody teaches
It's different.
Different. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't know the terminology, and so it was so funny because it was seniors. It was a lot of seniors, even though they kept calling. I was 56 at the time. They kept calling me, "Look at the baby." I said, "Okay, I like them." They said, "She a tender." They kept calling me. But they would be going in one direction. I would be going in the other direction. I would be cracking up. They would be like, "Look at the baby." The baby confused. The baby was. Anyway, I hung in there and I kept dancing. And then about, like I said, the gentleman asked me, could I do it in his club? So I started doing it in his clubs, the 3 dances, changing, you know, little this on the other side. And so out of that, you know, people was coming. They said, well, can you teach a class? I'm like, oh, no, I'm not teaching no class. I didn't want to have anything to do with classes. So they kept asking me. So I said, well, okay. I said, well, how much do they charge for classes? And they were paying about $2, right? I said, okay, I'll do it. Y'all have to pay me $5. I just knew they were going to say, that's okay. They said, okay. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't ready for that. It shocked me, right? And I said, well, you got to bring 15 people with you. They said, okay. So we made the arrangements. The guy said I could do it at his club. They brought 20 people.
All right.
I'm like, oh, Lord, now I'm stuck, you know? So after that, it just started growing. So I left that place because it really wasn't the best place I could have been going to teach. So we wind up going to Kimmel Carnival, and I talked with the owners there. And, you know, their daughters are actually on the Basketball Wives. That's Mike Govan, Laura, and Gloria. Their parents had a club. And so I started teaching there, and it just blew up. And then eventually I learned, I got certified by Sharon them, ICLD. I love my ICLD. Yeah. And it gave me the confidence to choreograph, because that's what I was having the problem with. I'm like, well, how do they learn dances? How do they learn dances? And I wind up creating some of them wasn't too good. The first one, it was too long and it was too hard. Somebody said, my son lives there. Where your son live, Leslie? Oh, I'm supposed to be there. Yeah. Okay. anyway, I started teaching, and eventually the artists, I started getting inboxes on my Facebook. And Jeter Jones was actually my first artist, and he wanted me to listen to some music. I said, hey, that sounds kind of good. So I'm typing him back. We typing back and forth. And I was just talking. I said, I'm going to create a dance to that song. And he said, okay. And so when we got off of Facebook, I started listening. I said, well, let me see what else Jeter Jones got out here. Then I found Cowboy Up. I said, that's the dance. I went to sleep. I got up at 2:00 in the morning, 15 minutes, and that's the God honest truth. I created that dance. I videotaped my feet and went to sleep. That was my first official good dance. And it did well. I wound up getting nominated, and I won for the choreographer, the up-and-coming choreographer for that year for UC Star Awards. And then it just started taking off. You know, I've done work with Sir Charles Jones. I mean, they found me. People say, well, how do you get in contact with these recording artists? I say, hey, I ain't that cool like that. They found me because a lot of them, they have agents They have promoters. And so then I did some work with Sir Charles Jones, and it just kept growing. Now, Karen Wolf, that's my girl. Karen Wolf, I wind up doing some work with Karen Wolf. Mr. Sam, I flew out to, Mr. Sam had an event out in Oklahoma. They flew me and my dancer out there, and I gave a party, 250 people, white party, sold out. I had never met the people, but that's pretty good when you give a party and you don't need people.
That's true. Yeah.
and they had food. They had food.
So this is one thing we know for sure. That Sheila, whatever we have, if we have some food, she gonna be there. That's it. We gotta have the food. We gotta have the food. So it seems to me that by you being I may say at 5 years old, being a boss, and then coming up and just having a boss mentality, it's really enhanced your platform for being a line dance instructor and everything. How do you remain humble? Just doing what you do.
Well, one thing that I've been really blessed, really blessed. My dancers and we got inducted in 2016 into the Library of Congress. I think we might be the only line dancers there, but I've had contracts. I still have contracts with the major hospitals here. And so my whole platform started to change. Not only that I, was able to work and still continue to work with a lot of the recording artists, the contracts. And so I had a whole different kind of what I would say hustle. It became like a little business. And then I started getting asked to do, we've done so many events. I've done stuff with Samba Funk, for instance. Samba Funk is a really large samba group they commissioned me to teach them 2 line dances for Carnival. Because see, Carnival is only in San Francisco and in Brazil. And so they have a humongous one in San Francisco. So I taught 200 dancers. I took 2 line dances, put it together. Okay. I didn't know it was a competition. It was just fun. And they made us some tough costumes. But anyway, and they had food. But anyway, I wind up performing with them. I wind up having 225 dancers behind me. We told it.
That's a blessing.
That weekend, there were over 550,000 people in San Francisco, and we won first place. So it feels real good. My humbleness is I don't take anything for granted. A lot of the opportunities that I've had with the artists, and I had a TV show, and I'm co-hosting another show, just all these different things. I have to remain humble because God did not put me here to be selfish. And I've always extended myself to other groups here. Now, whether they respond or not, anyway, but I try to remain that this is a gift that God gave me, even though I was able to retire from the probation department when I was 56, because we're peace officers, so we can come out. I could have came out at 50, but they still had food, so I wanted. I know y'all think that I was hungry. No, it wasn't like that. But anyway, so I just I count my blessings. I don't take anything for granted. I try to encourage people. Now, sometimes, me coming out of probation, I had that really bossy mentality. But, I worked that. Right. I was responsible for a lot of things and a lot of people and making sure things were done right. And so sometimes I could come off to be a little bit stiff or to the point, but I was just no nonsense. And it wasn't, that just easily transferred over. But I'm one of the nicest, most humblest people, used to give you my last. Now, COVID came, COVID changed things. But I still try to give back, and I'm just me. I try to live right. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. I'm no nonsense still, but I just I'm not as resistant you know, because I would go against the grain because that's all I knew. But now I just kind of, hey, I'm retired and I'm living my best life. I've met some wonderful, absolutely wonderful people line dancing.
Okay, so Patricia, I went on your site and I saw something and it jumped out at me. It said, "We will bring the party to you or bring you to the party." And then it says, "If it don't make sense, dollars, it don't make sense." Not CENTS, but SCNSE.
Yes.
So then it says chocolate. It gets no better. And I love it. Can you tell us where that all came from?
Okay, so that little quote, as we call it, we're gonna either bring the party to you, because I kind of redid it. We're gonna take you to the party or bring the party to you. That means regardless, we're gonna be outside, we're gonna be inside, we're gonna have fun. I guarantee you, you are not gonna be, if you're mad or upset about something, you will not be hanging out with the Chocolate Platinum Soul Line Dance, because we like to party. We party animals.
Okay.
Okay. Now, chocolate, you got to put some chocolate on it. That means do your thing. I say chocolate, you might say strawberry. He might say Rocky Road, whatever it is. Do your thing and put you on it. So I put a little chocolate on it. And then what was that? You asked me about, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. One of my coworkers that when I worked at Juvenile Hall, one of the coworkers before I became a boss, he used to always say that. His name Dwight Akins. And what it said was, I'm not going to get into a confrontation or an argument with you. I'm not going to debate nothing with you, because if it ain't making no dollars, it ain't going to make no sense. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm it's not worth it. And so I practice what I preach now. You know, they say, God, you give up so easy. No, it just don't make sense. Why debate and get into some kind of back and forth? I ain't gonna do it. I just ain't. I ain't got the time, and I got to go dance somewhere. It's a party somewhere. If not, we gonna
I heard that.
Hey, before we go any further, of course, me and Queen like to thank everybody for tuning in to the show. Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, with the platform for line dancers, line dance instructors around the world. We always say it's in the bottom corner. We have our Cash App for donations. It's the $ the LDC, THELDC. We did have some donations last week, so thank you all who actually just donate to the show. Queen Sheila paid me my first $1, so I want to thank her for that. I love it. I tell you, hey, you can pay me 50 cents, and I done made a come up, because that's 50 more cents than I already have. So we do want to thank you all. And now I'm gonna ask a question. You can call into the show. It's going to be a trivia question that was just talked about. The question is, who is one of the artists that Miss Patricia has worked with doing line dances? Name one of the artists, and if you get it right, Queen has a prize for you. You can call into the show. The number on the show is 813-407 1216. So 813-407-1216. All right, so call into the show. What is the artist that Miss Chocolate Platinum has worked with over her time of being a great line dance instructor? Now, back to the show. I do need to ask you, where'd you get Chocolate Platinum from? I know the platinum may be the hair. Where did chocolate come from?
Okay, I'm chocolate. I'm a chocolate girl. You know, Black girls, we really rock. But how that happened, the first time I went to Vegas Jam, I had just started teaching, and some of the instructors here, I call them master instructors, they were my instructor. They said, hey, you want to go to Vegas Jam with us? It was like in August. Vegas Jam was like October. I said, well, what do I have to do? They said, oh, you're going to be dancing with us. We're going to be dancing in front of people. And I said, okay. So we got there. I had my platinum hair, and I had a black dress on, and we did the performance. Of course, I did everything too soon. I was too nervous. We were supposed to fly flowers out to the audience, but we supposed to wait till the music start. But I was so nervous. I was going and just throwing them at people on the table, and they was like, "Whoa, wait a minute!" They should have had some food. But anyway, so go back a little bit. So I was throwing the flowers out, and then we got through dancing. And this young lady, she really was my first line dance friend, Yolanda Scott, out of Texas. She came over to me. She said, "Oh my goodness, you were so good. What's the name of your group?" And I looked around and I said, "Well, I'll have to ask them," because they were just the instructors. And so she said, "Okay." She said, "So what's your name?" And this, I know things happen. I looked up in the sky. I said, "Chocolate Platinum." Chocolate Platinum was born on October the 6th, 2000. I think it's the 6th or the 2nd, 2012. That's where Chocolate Platinum came from. So Chocolate Platinum is really my alter ego. So whatever you see her do, don't take it at the heart, because once I put that platinum on, I would tell my dancers, "Don't watch me. Don't do what I do. Stick to the script, because it takes over." And so I understand when Beyonce talks about Sasha, whatever the lady name, because that alter ego comes over. So Chocolate Platinum is my alter ego.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey, Patrice. Say hi to Patrice.
Okay. I wanted to know one more thing. I want to ask you, what are your aspirations as a line dance choreographer or instructor?
To get better at what I do, to be able to present dances to students or to people as a way to improve their health, and to continue doing that, because some people need to dance. Some people can't go to the gym, or they're intimidated. And now, it's not really happening where I live because we're still shut down. I want to be able to give something back to the community, because somebody gave something back to me, something fun and something that everybody can do. It doesn't matter your age, your color, your belief, because one thing that I know, dancing and music is universal, and it will come and you will get it and you'll be happy. And so I try to encourage my students. I used to be you. I used to be new at a whole lot of things, but when I was going backwards and those seniors were going forward, I didn't give up. So if you stick with it, you can do it too. It'll come. It'll come.
Yes, it will. Definitely. It definitely will.
Well, Chocolate, that's what I'm gonna start calling you Chocolate. Chocolate, you seem to have so much fun and so full of energy, and you pretty much explained it all. Just your humbleness, your background, just having fun, giving back. When there are people that can maybe come to your class or come and they're beginners, and you have some people that are advanced in your class as well, how do you kind of tie the two and try to help out so they feel comfortable being there?
Okay, one of the things that I start my classes with, I do drills and I do practice steps. So for the first 15 or 20 minutes, I'll do drills, I do practice steps, and that kind of gets people a little loose, a warm up. But a lot of time, the practice steps that I teach is the dance, one of the dances. So I do it that way so they won't feel intimidated. And also in my classes, because I had a dance team, I've had several dance teams. One of the responsibility of the dance team members, and then, Cookie is gonna always be my head dancer. That's my girl, Cookie. That's Alva Wright. She the real Cookie. Way before Empire. Trust me. Yes, you know what the food is. But anyway, so what if someone is struggling or they can't quite get it? My dancers or my dance team, would be assigned. They have to take one out in the hallway or one over there, or whatever. So that way, because the whole ideal is to make everybody comfortable and part of our line dance family. They become team platinum by default. So we encourage them and we work with them, and I also tell them, go to my YouTube channel. Or if it's a dance, like if I teach Sheila's dance and I haven't, because I wasn't doing any videotaping, I was just doing very little. And usually it started with me just doing my artists, because Facebook was always on my case about, oh, we gonna get rid of you and you're violating. So the artist thing worked out perfect for me, because a lot of them I was in contract with. So you can't
right.
Hello, caller.
Be able to use it. So what I did was
Hello,
I was
caller.
able to get other people like dancers to help.
Right.
And so that's what we do. We don't leave nobody behind. No dancers left behind. And I kind of adopted that from a line dance instructor that I used to go to her class, Tina Baltimore, out of Sacramento, because that was their thing. No dancers left behind. And so that's what I practice.
Give me 1 second.
That's what's up. All right, Queen, we got a caller in, Queen.
Yes, we have a caller. And caller, what's your question? The trivia?
We can't hear the caller, so you got to repeat it for us, Queen.
Oh,
we
you
can't
Okay.
we can't hear her.
He said is Sir. Say it again, sir. This is Sir Charles Jones. Oh, that's the answer. I'm sorry. That's the answer.
Oh,
to the
I'm
trivia.
going to say
Right, I'm about to say the same thing too.
I thought I made you famous already.
I'm about to say, put him through.
Okay. Is that answer correct?
Yes.
Is that the
Yeah,
correct
that is
answer?
correct.
Yes. All right. Thank you, caller. What's your name? Okay, Henry dollar sign.
Oh, that's my brother-in-law.
Uh-huh.
Henry Celestine.
Okay. Yes. What is it? CE. Uh-huh. STINE. Okay. Demont, you all go ahead and talk. I'm gonna talk with the caller
Information
and get some information. Okay.
Sounds good. All right. Well, Chocolate Pat, I'm telling you, it's a pleasure. I mean, I've heard of you. I've anytime somebody says something like, I'm in Nashville, so of course, I don't get out like that a lot. But I did go, check your YouTube channel out and all that stuff. I was like, man, she seems like she's pretty cool, and it actually shows that you are pretty cool. So I got to ask you this. I don't think it's a conflicting question, but I know there may be times there are people who may take your energy the wrong way. When you run into those type of people, just how do you address it and approach? I mean, being a boss, being a this, how do you just approach it? Just because I don't, just how do you do it?
Well, people gonna be people, and I don't give people that energy of me. It's gonna take a lot to get me in a bad space. I'll leave you alone, but I'll give everybody the opportunity. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I said people make their choices as to who they want to talk to. Be around, stay around, or whatever. But if you're ready to party, come on. Because I ain't going to take it personal. I ain't trying to be your best friend. I had 5 sisters. And I have my own circle of friends.
Right.
When you come and dance, you're coming to learn the basics or whatever you need to learn. You're paying for this. Because I'm going to charge you. You're going to pay to come. So if you're paying your money, come get your money or more than what your money is paying. You're paying for. You're paying for a service. So, and then when we go out to the community and we do our thing, you can be a part of it, or you can just sit back and watch us. Makes me never mind. Because guess what? I'm going to keep dancing. I'm going to keep moving. And it is what it is,
Yeah. And I teach a line dance workout class as well, and I like just to be fit, be in shape, and give some people a different aspect of having fun and working out, especially with this pandemic that's going around, and people, of course, a lot of people picked up weight. I was one of them. And once I got to get my health, eating right, eating better, and then getting back to my line dancing, now, I have my line dance class and we have a great time. And like you said, it's not really about, sometimes people can misjudge us. And in my opinion, you can tell me what you think about it. Adults, we're kind of the worst people. It's like we, as adults, you think we have got over it during high school years, getting jealous of people or speaking bad about people because we have confidence. And that's one thing I think line dancing does. Somebody comes to your class that don't know how to line dance and you teach them, right? And then two weeks later they come back and they got it. It's just such the feeling that they have that they got it now. And it's like, you know, and then the feeling that we have as an instructor be like, girl, you got it, boy. You killing it. You know, it makes us feel good. And you would think that people would learn to appreciate the art and the positivity that we provide when it comes to the line dancing. What do you think?
Well, I think that, you know, everybody make their own choices. Like I say, you make your choice how you want to live your life and the things you want to do. I don't have all the answers to the question. I didn't live my life. I'm having fun, and I'm gonna keep having fun. And you know, like I said, my dancers in the Bay Area, we got invited to everything. We got invited. I get paid. They get paid. They get.
And you get to eat. You get to eat.
You don't eat because I'm gonna take care. I take care of my dancers. We dress. We on time. We get the job done. We've been invited to events nobody else have ever been invited to. So my thing is, you know, it's okay if you don't like me because I probably don't like you either. I ain't gonna put no chaser on it, but there's a difference because if I come to you, whether I like you or not, and you have something to offer me, I have enough sense that I'm gonna get what I can from you and learn it. Because otherwise, your loss. You know, like I said, I have my circle. I ain't hard up on no kind of friends.
Right. Okay.
I have friends that I've had for life, and I'm okay with it. And then, like I said, I have nieces and nephews literally my age. I ain't hard up with it, trust me.
Well, I just want to tell you before I forget, your godmother called in and she said she's really enjoying the show and that she just wanted to tell you that she loves you.
Oh, Mama Jewel is the bomb. You know, she's the one who taught all of these other line dancers that became ICLD and directors and different things. I'm not going to throw no names out of there, but a lot of dancers, even now, the line dancers that are in the Bay Area, the older set, the ones that I used to go to their classes, they were my instructors. Anytime there's a dance that they can't remember or they don't know, guess where they go? They go to Mama Jewel class. Mama Jewel taught me. She was so patient with me, and she's my favorite person. Mama Jewel helped me because when I first started line dancing, I had, you know, just got over the death of my mother, and I was having a lot of depression, and I was just really, really lonely. Well, the line dancers became my family, and Mama Jewel became my mama. And so I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. You know, like I said, I've had opportunities to meet some fantastic people, but I would do anything. But that's my mama, you know, and I'm so fortunate. She don't even have no daughter. She got daughter-in-laws, but it's different because I'm really
your daughter.
I love them too. She's a grand girl. But Mama Jewel, hey, anything, anytime, any place, anywhere, that's my mom, you know, and if she needs me, I'm gonna be there for her. She's always been positive. She's always been encouraging when some of the other instructors weren't. And it's not that I don't hold grudges, but I don't forgive, but I forgive. Because in order to forgive, in order to be forgiven, you have to forgive.
Yeah.
But I keep it pushing. I don't I say I'm a peacock. I fluff my feathers and I pop my collar, and then I'm gonna keep pushing. Okay.
Right, line dancing. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make sure when I go to California, I'm coming to find you, Chocolate Platinum.
No, we want to be Chocolate Platinum in Tampa.
You'll get there too.
The annual Urban Dance Symposium. We would love to have you join us.
I'm gonna go see my girl Rara. I'm gonna go see.
Rara's gonna be an instructor. He's one of my instructors. You know that, right? Rara's one of the instructors.
Oh, okay. I love
She's
Rara.
gonna be here. Yes, she's gonna be here.
I said Rara and then Shasha. Rara, Shasha. That's the young, them young line dancers. They ain't nothing to play with. They
make my knees hurt. They make my knees hurt doing all that stuff. Them young line dancers, they get it.
Yeah.
All right, Queen. What announcements do we have?
Yeah, we got the announcements. If you would like to be a guest on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, then drop us an email to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance @gmail.com, or you can give me a call at 813-407-1216. We ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube page, Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. We love to have you as a friend of ours. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, then share and like our page. Now, I got to tell y'all a secret, and I want y'all to tell everybody, okay? So, coming October 1st and 2nd of 2021, this year, we're going to have the 2021 Annual Urban Dance Symposium here in Tampa, Florida. There is more information on our website, theLineDanceConnection.com, but I need to just let you know that you don't want to miss it. We have some awesome instructors. And Lamont Frenson, that's our co-host. He is also going to be one of the instructors, our MC, to take down, to pull up, or whatever we need. He is all that. That's why they call him your boy Price.
When I go, they have me do everything, and I love doing it because when I met Queen, it was through I'm Blessed Line Dance. So Joe, they can tell me to help set up, hey, be the comedian, hey, introduce, hey, sing a song, hey, say the prayer. I've been holding the mic. I do it all, but I love it because the atmosphere is so great. What you need, I got it for you.
I tell you, when Lamont came the last time, Lamont was kind of everything. I mean, he gave us comedy, like he said. He did everything. He opened up, he closed, he went in, he called the line dances, and you name it, he did it, and we just love him. I mean, Lamont, I will tell you from me that I appreciate you. And Chocolate, you know, me and you got that girlfriend thing going on. You know, we get on the phone and have us a good time. Yeah. So also, line dance tips that to take back to your team. If the music has started, go off the floor, chat. There's a lot of people who stand on the floor and hold a little conversation back and forth when they know that we are, that the music has started and people are dancing. So if you want to talk, go off the dance floor to talk. And then reasons to dance in the shape because it makes you look gorgeous. I love that one. Okay, so donations are being accepted via Cash App, $THELDC. Or PayPal at paypal.me/Queen Sheila. And every place my queen is QW, not QU. Okay. And then now we have some shout outs. Oh, I'm excited. I always get excited about the shout outs. We shout out to different teams around the world. So first we have Sharon Lynn Holmes, ICLDI out of Maryland. That's the girl. We have Sheila Carter, Hustle with Sheila line dance class out of Lansing, Michigan. We have Alvina Pro Model, Command Steppers line dancers out Twin City, Minnesota. Harris Parks, the line dance man. We are family line dance, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Jay Most, Command Steppers, Minnesota. We have Wendy Jones, A Step Above, Omaha, Nebraska. Stefan, Teresa, and Pretty Eyes Pie, Tri-City Hustlers out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Lamont Frierson, your boy Fry, workout class, Memphis, Tennessee. Miss Dee Dee and Jerry Young, honorary member of the Line Dance Connection out of Bridgeton, New Jersey. And last, and definitely not least, Patricia Lowe, Chocolate Platinum line dancers out of Oakland, California. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So I think that's all I have. We want to thank you for tuning into our podcast today. Go ahead, Lamont.
All right. So the way we close the show out is that we always give our guests the opportunity to have a window to say last words. I want to say thank you for being on. Now put a face and a personality to the person that I see on YouTube. I got to remember that when me and my wife come out there to California, we will have food for you, and that's the most important thing.
I
But
want to
hey,
have some food for y'all. You know, we provide the food. We used to have a potluck every month up until COVID.
I'm just gonna make sure, because I want to make sure that you say he came out here and brought me some food. Hey, give us some last words and words of encouragement. Just your words. What do you got for us?
I want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Queen Sheila, for inviting me. And also to you, sir, for being such a great, for you guys being such great hosts. I want to invite everyone, if you come to the Bay Area, hey, holla at me, come to class, come dance with me. We're going to take it to the club, because on first Friday, when I get back out there, I ain't going no time soon. We take it to the club, we take the dancers, we take the guests, and we take over the dance floor at the Brick House. And they're so nice to us. But I want to invite everyone, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Chocolate Platinum Soul Line Dance Class Dance Party. You know, and like Sheila asked before, we either gonna take you to the party or we gonna bring the party to you. That's
all right.
Soul Line Dance. And I want to say thank you to one of my BFFs, two of them, Ruthie Dansby and that girl, that Karen Stewart. I love her. That girl just came into my life just recently. She's wonderful, very supportive. Also, hey, Deborah Meeks, you know, you know, but I'm very appreciative of a lot of the people. They've been really cool. They do Designated Saturday with me. And be sure to tune in if you want to be an instructor on Designated Saturday, which I'm only doing once a month now. Sheila has been an instructor on Designated Saturday doing it.
Fine too.
Just send an email to me at chocolateplatinumdance@gmail.com.
All right. Chocolate Platinum, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate you. Y'all heard her YouTube. Subscribe, like. Let's continue to blow it up. I know it probably got thousands of subscribers already, but keep it going, past the word. Also, to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, please like, subscribe, and share. We're here every week. We may be changing the date and time, but Sheila will definitely put that on her post and let you know. My final words for the day before we get to Queen, she's going to close it out. But mine is the 7 rules of life. Smile, be kind, don't give up, don't compare, avoid negativity, make peace with your past, and take care of your body and your mind. The most important person to you should be you. All right. Queen Sheila, go ahead and take us out. What you got?
All right. Thank you. Oh, that was great. Man, wow, that was powerful too. I'm feeling it. Touch your top. It's all up in here. Thank you. All right. So this is my week to give the 5 remarks for women. So what I have is, a woman has strengths that amaze men. She can handle trouble and carry heavy burdens. She holds happiness, love, and opinions. She smiles when she feels like screaming. She sings when she feels like crying. She cries when she's happy and laughs when she's afraid. Her love is unconditional. There's only one thing wrong with her. She sometimes forgets her worth. So know, Chocolate Platinum, that you are a diamond to us. And we want you to know that we really appreciate you. And I say, love is no good unless you give it away. So there's some of mine. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lamont. Thank you, Chocolate Platinum. Have a blessed one. And thank you so much for a great interview. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
This your man down, Tony producer. And the Line Dance Connection. Tap performer. And my girl Queen Sheila. Come on, get busy. It's the Line Dance